the greatest quality car, but competitive enough, and hopefully we'll have a few winners for you along the way. Little Garçon, I think, is interesting in the 455, sporting gold as well. He's making his handicap debut. We get underway at 3:55, so not too long to wait now, about 5 minutes. And we're going right the way through to 6:55. RacingUK.com for all your details. And not too far away from the start. I know that Angus likes the one in the likes one in the first. We'll get to that in a few moments' time. But I'm pleased to report it's not Tartan Blue, because Tartan Blue is not running. Neither is Celtic Sultan out of the second. Doodles take that out of the fourth. And in the 5:55, we go without number 4, Tanawar. That was declared in the paper. Right, I think we're ready to introduce the great man to my left. It's a very good afternoon to Angus Bicknell. Angus, welcome to the programme.
Hello,
you
Ollie.
like one in the first. We'll get to that in a few minutes' time. But in general, all well?
All's good, Ollie, thanks. Yeah, I'm surviving the post-Christmas rigours.
Pre-Christmas?
Pre-Christmas even, part.
Not surviving in that one, are you?
Yeah, I'm surviving. Looking forward to Christmas. And
have you done all your shopping?
No, just about. You get to that point, though, don't you, when you're just sort of saturated. You think, what's done is done, and that's it, really, So nothing else will get done.
I went into the Primark in Peckham the other day, and
nice.
that was an awful experience. So.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've been into such a store as that?
Well, I heard it was good value, so I thought I'd try it out, but didn't get anything. Let's turn our attentions to the first race at Kempton, see if there is any value here to be had. And I know you like one here. Tartan Blue's a non-runner. We're left with 5. We'll take a quick check on the market.
Yeah.
Midnight Dream's the favourite at 6-4.
I think it's a punting card, this. I think it's a really interesting card. We're going to have none of this sitting on the fence punditry this evening. I'm going to put my neck on the line, and if I get my head chopped off, I get it chopped off. We'll do our best to try and find a winner or two, and maybe a loser or two as well. And I think the favourite will win this, Midnight Dream. He was pretty impressive when he won last time at Wolverhampton. He lost his maiden tag when winning there. He travelled like a dream. He travelled really well in that and picked up nicely in the closing stages, and I think it makes him pretty well handicapped off his mark today, a mark of 74, and he's going to go really well. He is part of what is quite a clustered pace angle. Plenty of these horses really like to get on with it. I know it's 5 furlongs, so they'll go quick anyway, but a lot of them like to lead, like to be very handy. He can just sit in and get a lead. That's what he did at Wolverhampton, so that's what makes him more interesting for me. Another pace horse is Ovett. Multitask likes to get on with it, and Marmot Bay likes to get on with it as well. So there's going to be a bit of a burn-up here. There's money for Ovett, who got cheek pieces on for the first time last time up, and that seemed to bring about an improvement in this horse. And he won quite cosily as well. He was quite impressive. He showed bright speed early and ran away to win comfortably. Now, whether the cheek pieces work second time or not, your guess is as good as mine. I suspect they probably will.
Up £4 for that win.
Yeah, he's got up 4. But he did win quite nicely, and I think that he's got a good chance over it. I think I can see why they've backed him, and he's getting a bit too short now. The headgear's got to have a positive effect second time up, but I think there's a bit more to come from Midnight Dream. I think this horse is quite interesting.
Those two dominating proceedings at the top of the market. Bit of a jump to Modern Lady, Richard Guest's filly, who was just touched off last time out at Lingfield, and then the two outsiders, Marmot Bay and Multitask. Modern Lady's consistent.
Yeah, she's consistent, and that's about it, at a lowly level, I think. I don't think she's good enough to win this. I really don't. She was second in Ursa to Moscow of John Best's last time up. She will run well. She's consistent and she tries, but I don't think she's particularly well treated. You go back to October, she managed to win a 5 furlong event here at Kempton, so we know she handles the track. She had Marmot Bay behind her on that occasion, and I'd expect her to beat Marmot Bay once again. But I can see her, third, fourth, maybe third. I can see her running well again, but I think she's got it to do to win, to be honest.
Any hope for Multitask or Marmot Bay? They have won their races, but...
Yeah, maybe more for Marmot Bay than Multitask. Multitask, just the 3 runs, one on his second start. That was a 100-to-1 maiden success at Lingfield, over 5 furlongs. And the reason I say Multitask might run a little bit better than Marmot Bay is that last time it was up to 7 furlongs, and that just didn't suit. Back down in trip, back to 5, the distance over which he won over at 100-to-1. So he's got a squeak. I don't think the handicapper was that fair on him after his win at Lingfield. He's a bit harsh, I think. And Marmot Bay just sort of falls into the the Modern Lady bracket a little bit. Another pacey filly. She's got bags of early, but she's consistent. I'm not sure she can win off this mark against this opposition.
So Midnight Dream for you then, Captain?
Yeah, I'm pretty keen on Midnight Dream.
Good. The 6-4 favourite for the first is Midnight Dream. You'll see our email address there. Do get your thoughts into us, any tips you have throughout the course of the evening, any questions you have, racing topics, plenty in the news at the moment. studio@racinguk.com. We've only got a couple more to load into the stalls ahead of the opener, the Win Big with Betdaq Multiples Nursery, and calling them home for us this evening at Kempton Park. It's a very good afternoon to John Hunt.
Hello, Ollie. I've had a fairly stressful day, but you've just brightened it up immensely with the image of you battling around Primark. I wonder if you're the first member of your family to visit that establishment. Set to go. And they're off and racing. Only a small field, but a really old ragged start here. Marmo Bay was restrained, and Midnight Dream a little bit awkward. Also sets off towards the back of the field. However, getting into stride now is Ovett, who fairly tanks along down towards the first of their two bends. Ovett leading then by 2 or 3 lengths. On the inside rail, Modern Ladies in second place, together with Multitask on the outside. And then just nudged along Midnight Dream to stay in touch with them. And Marmo Bay is the back marker. They're already flashing round past halfway, and they're about to straighten up for home. Ovett then still a length and a bit clear. In second place is Multitask. Really driven along now is Modern Lady, followed by Midnight Dream towards the outside, and Marmo Bay in the white jacket is still last of all. Ovett is the one to catch as they come down towards the final furlong. Ovett with a useful break of 3 lengths over Multitask in second place. Modern Lady's plugging on at the 1 pace. Marmo Bay, Midnight Dream desperately disappointing. It's all about Ovett, who remains clear as they head towards the line. Ovett wins from Multitask in second place, tight for third between Modern Lady and Marmo Bay, and then 7 or 8 lengths behind them, Midnight Dream ran a stinker.
A pillar-to-post victory for Ovett, who has followed up success last time out. The cheek pieces have worked wonders for this horse, making it 2 from his last 2, and he had Multitasking Co in behind, struggling a fair way from home. Tied for third between Marmo Bay and Modern Lady, and Midnight Dream, the favourite, was swept off his feet early on, and he's been beaten a long way into last. But he did this last time out, Captain, and the cheek pieces have done the job. Yeah,
they've worked second time. He did this exactly the same at Lingfield last time up. Went with loads of zest out in front. Almost too keen. Looked like he might come back to them and stop, but he didn't. And he didn't this time either. Made every yard of the running. He's one for Gary Moore and Fergus Sweeney. Gary Moore had a short-priced horse turned over at Lingfield this afternoon, so some compensation here. A bit of a messy start, as John Hunt called, but the winner's out quickly. I don't know what happened to Midnight Dream. He was really disappointing. He won his maiden in very good style, having travelled really strongly.
Unlikely that's where Tommy's would have wanted to be at this stage.
I don't think he was ever going, really, was he? He sort of a little bit awkward away, and then
he may have just been
going.
Checked slightly by Ovett coming out of the stall. Ovett drawn his stall 4, Midnight Dream drawn his stall 5, and may have just carried into the left slightly early on. I don't think it's had